Hello there. Happy Sunday and welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. We are going to get started in about 1 minute. Hi, I see people popping on. Welcome, welcome. Happy 4th of July weekend. Hope you're having a great time with family either yesterday, today, or tomorrow. Hi, Roseanne. My daughter just left. She came over for dinner. My other daughter's camping. My other daughter's with friends. Hey, Maria. So we're here. Hi, Bev. Just hanging out, doing nothing. It got windy again. I think this is the windiest year I can remember in a long time. It calms down and then it gets going again. Hi, Debbie. So anyway, it's probably 7. Yes, it is. So let's get started. I have some announcements. I have the winner for the prize. Hi, Diane. The monthly prize. So if you ordered from me, your name was in a drawing and you may have won the monthly prize. And also I have the winner of the card that I made on Tuesday. So let me turn you down and we're going to look at the Saleabration catalog and I'm going to make a 3D item and a card for you. Hi, Linda. Hi, Mary Jo. Hi, Patty. And so we'll just get started. Let me turn you down. My computer is updating, so I wasn't able to print out my little sheet that tells you my host code, so I wrote it out for you once I noticed that I couldn't use my printer yet. That thing took quite a bit to update. It's taken quite a bit of time, I should say. Otherwise, I wouldn't have started it till after my live. All right, so first things first. Who won the adorable flat Jingle Bell trinkets? Did you guys see those? If you have the mini, did you see those? I just love them, one of my favorite things. And then the Stays On ink. The lucky winner is Marie. Oops, I didn't turn you guys around. Marie Costa. Let me turn this around so you can see. There we go. There's the host code and there's Marie's name. So Marie, you are the lucky winner. I know you watch my replays, and so I will that to you. She happens to live here in Tracy, so that's good. Congratulations. Hi, Ellen. Who else did I miss? Hey, Carol. Hi, Jean. Okay, and then the winner of the card. This is so popular on the demonstrators website. Everybody liked it, as well as my followers seem to like it. So let's see who won this cute little hippo card, trifold. Dun, 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 dun. Jean. And Jean's watching. Congratulations, Jean. This card is for you. Hello, Cookie. All right, so let's put those away. And we're going to get started with this stamp set that I promised I was going to show you. Hi, Debbie Genquero. This is called Wonderful World stamp set. It's on page 14 of the Saleabration catalog. And I have been using the designer series paper and showed you some cards that you guys really, really liked. I'll remind you or show you if you had not been here to see these cards being made. I used one of the sheets of designer series paper, this one here, and the stitched shapes. I don't know why, stylish. I can't say it. It ties my tongue every single time. Dies, rectangle dies to cut them out and made this beautiful card. Here's another one. And so when I was making these, and I showed you I made one that I made for my aunt too. Hi, Karen. I said that next I was going to show you something done with the stamp set. Now, both the designer series paper and the stamp set are something you can earn for free with a $100 order right now, the whole month of July and August. I did add a stamp to an envelope so you could see how I send these out. Aren't they pretty? My aunt's is on the way, so I hope she loves it when she receives hers. And I'm going to show you how I got those two colors. Now I'm using the tailor-made tag dies for this card that I'm going to make today. Here are the dies. There is the code. And there are two different styles of tags. This one's a little fancier than this one. And I'm going to use the fancier one tonight. What do you like the touch on the something? I couldn't see the last word. I'll read it back when I look at the replay. So I'm going to use this one tonight. Those are tailor-made tag dies. And I'm also going to use the Time-Worn Type 3D embossing folder. Hello, Pam. Thank you for sprinkling. And this card and this 3D item are pretty elegant, I think. So I chose to use the Shimmer White cardstock for this. There is the code number for that. If you don't have any Shimmer White cardstock, you might want to get some of that. It's really, really pretty. Okay, so let's get started with that. I'm going to use the daffodil, I guess, today. And I'm using regular markers to get two different colors on this stamp because it's a flower and then the stems and the leaves, we want two different colors. I'm going to choose Crushed Curry, I believe this is. Yes, and Old Olive. And then I'm going to show you some of the other flowers that I had colored in with Flirty Flamingo and Highland Heather. So this is how, if you're new, you do not know how to get two different colors on one stamp. If you're a veteran stamper, then you know how to do this. I will just remind you to use the side of your marker, not the tip, so you don't bend it and fray the tip of your marker. And these are just the regular markers. These are not the blends. And they're water-based, so you do not have to put the cap back on right away. They will not dry up like the blends would if you leave the cap off for a long time because those are alcohol-based and these are not. So I'm coloring in the stem now. And these stamps are cling, so I don't need my pad. And I'm going to huff. My warm breath is going to revitalize the ink. And then I'm going to stamp this down once. And I'm going to show you how pretty. That's an iris, I think. And I did it in yellow. Look how pretty the image is. It's so, so detailed. Let's do another one. This I'm going to clean off my stamp. The tags I've made already to show you, the samples, do not have multiple colors on each tag. This one I'm going to do multiple colors, and we'll just see the difference. It's so nice to look and see how different they look just by changing them up just ever so slightly. It is gorgeous, Roz. It really is. This stamp set's beautiful. It's very realistic. So if you have the markers, you can make these flowers. Thank you for the hearts. Any color you'd like. And this one I'm going to do straight up and down. Same flower, just different color. And look how pretty this tag is now. I'm going to get real close and show you the detail in that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, I agree. Now, I have a class coming up, and at my in-person classes, I decided that if at all possible, if I could find an item that coordinates with the bundle that we're using in the class, that I would buy that and I would decorate it, and I would have one for each one of the people that signed up. Well, I'm having a class with the bottled happiness at the end of this month, so let me show you what I've done. I got a bottle and I stamped the rose just like I just stamped this. So see the 3 different flowers there. And I put E6000 on the back of the tag and stuck it to the bottle. Now, when I'm all done, I'm going to take my phone off the holder and I'm going to show you how pretty this is as a vase. I have one here with water and flowers in it, so I can't turn it sideways or the water will all leak out and I'll make a mess. But each one of my guests, and the class is full, each one of my guests is going to receive one of these at their place setting. So that's what I've been doing at my classes. The last class was with the little bird set. So I made a nest for everybody with an egg in it, and it was just cute. It's just totally the theme of birds, and so I did a little nest, and they all got to take that home, and they loved it. So every class I do that's scheduled with a specific bundle, I'm going to try to find a gift that matches that or coordinates with that bundle, same theme type of thing. And if I can find it, then I plan on giving my guests a little thank you when they come. Now this jute, what do they call it? They call it silver threaded twine. So when it's on the container there, you can see the silver in it a little bit better. Yeah, you can see it there too. It's very, very pretty. I'm excited because it dressed up the twine, and I like elegant. I like pretty, pretty things, and this just made normal twine so much prettier. So what I did was I put a mini glue dot on the end of the twine, both ends, and I stuck one down and then I stuck the other one on top. And now the jar, the vase, I've turned this jar into, or this bottle into a holder, a vase. So what I did to fill it up, because if you're like me, you're thinking, well, if you get this wet, it's going to run and mess up. Yes, it will. And at worst, you can take it off and add another tag. But what I did is I took a funnel and I placed it there, and then I poured water in the funnel and filled up the jar, and then I put flowers in it. And I'm telling you, ladies, it's gorgeous. I just love it. So here's some little embellishments that we can take. And because the rose is pink, oh, I'm glad you guys like it. I was thrilled. You can add some embellishments. And this happens to have pink in it. So I'm using the pink ones. And the other one, the bottle that I made in advance and has flowers in it, I did purple. So that one has these purple embellishments on there. Isn't that pretty? Thanks, Maria. So I was thrilled. And I think that the ladies that come to class are going to be so happy to have one of these with fresh flowers in it, ready for them to take home. Now, where did I get these bottles? Take one guess. Where do I shop a lot? Any guesses? The Dollar Tree. Yep. These are for the oil and vinegar. They have the little topper, which I did save. So if they want to use them for that instead of a vase, I'll give them the topper also. But yeah, those are at the Dollar Tree. Yep, Debbie, you're right. Dollar Tree. And so much prettier, right? Just love them. So I hope you love them too. Here's a yellow one. And then I showed you the pink one. And then at the end, I'm going to show you the lavender one. I have to take my camera off the holder though, because I can't show it to you right now. Otherwise, I'll spill the water everywhere. So now I have old olive cardstock, and it's cut to 4 1/4 by 11. So right down the middle, portrait style. You get my paper trimmer. And I am going to score it 5 1/2. Right down the middle, 5 1/2. Okay. Carrie says, right on. Yeah, you know, Carrie, because I have these ladies coming to my class, I made a bunch of them, of course. And in my mudroom, I have a shelf, 3-tiered shelf, kind of like a little armoire thing. And I made them all a little different. You know, I used every stamp in the set, and so they're all a little, got a different flower on them. And I've got them all lined up there. Class isn't until the end of the month, but I try to do things in advance because I never know, you know, if anything's going to happen, and I don't want to be backed up and stressed out. So I have them all lined up on the shelf, and they look so pretty. Oh my gosh, so pretty with a bunch of them. So maybe 3, a cluster, whatever. Okay, so I just folded that in half. So now I'm going to take one end of this, the front, and I am going to cut off 3 inches. And I'm just going to put this aside. I don't need it. So here's what my card looks like now. Now I'm going to take this piece right here, and I'm going to run it through the embossing folder. Get that for you. Get the tool up here so you can watch me do that. And this is the time-worn type folder. I'm glad you love it, Carrie. And I am just going to put this into the folder. Let me get in camera better. Up to the score line there, because I just want the front flap embossed. Okay. Oops, sorry for the loud noise. Oh, it turned crooked. It got crooked, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to fix that. Don't want it, I don't know. I must have let loose before I started wheeling it in there, and it moved. Okay. There we go. Now it's perfect. All right, let's move this out of the way. So now my card looks like this. Now I wondered, hi Janet, happy belated birthday by the way, Janet. I wondered what else I could use these beautiful, beautiful tags for. So I put on my thinking cap, and so you don't have to watch me stamp them all again. I've got them ready to go. See how pretty they are? And I kind of had in my head the card that I made for my aunt the other day that had all the flowers on it. And I was thinking, what if I laid these on here like this and made this the bottom part of the front of the card? So that's what I'm going to do. I love the way it turned out. Now, I know this is a retired, the detailed trio punch. I know it's retired, but I also know that my customers have it. And I honestly think that when you use a corner rounder on an elegant card, it just steps it up just a little bit more. So that's what I did, the corners down at the bottom and then the corners at the top. I love how it does this right here. So if you have a corner rounder, I would use that on this card. Okay, so now I am going to take one of the tags and I'm just going to, good evening, Margot, place it here on the edge of the card like this, and I am going to put it down with glue. Now this is a really simple card. Now we want to make sure that we have this down at the bottom, even with the bottom of the card and all the way to the end. So we don't want to put glue past where it meets here. So I'm going to put my fingers right here, and that tells me not to go past my fingers so I don't get glue too far down. Okay, I'm going to let that set up. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, now I'll put this one down. Oh, you know what? I'm so used to always having my cards flat when I lay things down, but on this card is an exception. You must have it closed because you have to measure the bottom. Otherwise, you might get it off. So there we go there. Hi, Cindy. And then this one. I don't want this one. I don't want that one on the end. I want this one on the end. So let me do this one. I'm glad I caught myself. Okay. And there's a reason. I'll tell you the reason in a second. Okay, and I want this one in the middle. And can you tell the reason why I want this in the middle? I left a space for a sentiment right there. So I want that in the middle. Now when I'm lining this up, yes, I am looking for the bottom, but I'm also looking where these little indentations are, the little jet outs here. I'm making sure I line them up with these so everything's straight together. And I'll get it close up so you can see how pretty that matches up and how nice that looks. Look at this floral card now. So this is your flap front of your card. All right, so I wanted to finish up the top a little bit. So I take my crinkle seam binding and I measure the length of my grid paper twice, only because, and a little bit more. I always do a smidgen more. It's just a habit. Because I like to double, I do it twice because I like to double my ribbon to get a thicker bow. So I'm just going to slip this under. And then I'm going to come across and tie my bow onto my left side here. And then I can rearrange things after I get my bow tied. Okay. Okay, I want a little bit more on this side here. Get a cute little bow. Now I'm going to take my pick tool. See how this is all crooked right now? That's what I meant about I'll rearrange it after I get the bow tied. Going to go in here and separate these ribbons. This side separated really nicely. And this side I have to get to move. Now if it won't move on, you just bend it a little bit, bend the card a little bit. That gives you some slack in your ribbon, and then you can pull it apart. See that? Now we can mess with this. I want it separated just a hair. Bend it if it won't give and pull it apart. There we go. Okay. Now I'll trim up my ribbons. Okay, until you get your bow the way you like it. All right, now I'm going to take my Memento black ink, and Hey There is what I'm going to stamp right in the little void there. And Hey There is from the stamp set Charming Sentiments. Right there. Charming Sentiments. Okay, so this is a photopolymer stamp set. And this is the stamp set that has the dies that you can cut out all these sentiments. So it's a really, really fun one. Okay, tapping to get good ink on here. And then I'm just going to come and stamp Hey There right in the middle. Hold my paper down and lift. Look at this pretty card. I love using the tags as the front flap. The stitching, the layering, the different flowers. I just think it's so pretty. And then up close, this is the shimmer white paper, so there's some shimmer to that. Here's my sample. And here is the inside. Got two of them there. So see there how the square does not fit right because the corners are rounded. So let's go back to our corner rounder. Clever yet easy. And that's what we like, I think. I think everybody likes easy, but they want their card to look nice. So once again, now, because we have all three of the flowers here, I think I will do the rose just to show you how that one comes out. Thank you. So glad that you guys like this. I see hearts floating. And I do have more ideas with the tags. So come back on Tuesday at 2. And I'm going to show you another. It's a fun fold also, a little different. And I'm going to use tags again. Remember, this point is to huff. And then we're going to just stamp this beautiful rose. Hold your paper and lift. And we have a very pretty inside for your card. Now this is regular basic white cardstock for the liner, but I did use shimmer white for the tags. You definitely could use shimmer white for the inside if you want to be fancy, fancy, fancy. Okay, so I have to take my camera off my holder to show you the vase that I made. So I'm going to try my best not to make you guys too dizzy. Bring it over here. My light up. Oh, it won't let me rotate, so I've got to show you this way. So look at that. Can you see it good? I'm going to try to get, look how pretty with this card. So what a sweet little gift, right? Hold on, let me put you down 1 second. Sorry. Look at that vase. I wish I could rotate my camera, but it won't let me right now because we're on live. But it's just so pretty with the flowers in it and some sprigs. So there you go. Yeah, head down to the Dollar Tree and get some of these vases, and it's a darling gift. Just if you're going to somebody's house and you want something but you don't want to break the bank, I think it's one of those gifts that you can have it on at home and somebody comes over unexpected and you just want to send them home with a little something. Great, great, great idea. Outstanding. Love. Yay. Thank you, guys. So I'll lay one down so you can see this little grouping. And I hope you enjoyed your time here tonight. Very quick and easy, but it's all with the Saleabration items on page 14. Gorgeousness. Absolute gorgeousness. Okay, ladies, I will let you go. I appreciate you coming. And leave a comment for your chance to win this card before Tuesday. All right. Good night. Happy 4th of July. Be safe.